So I wanted to talk a little bit about tattoo removal, because I did recently make an appointment to get some of my tattoos lightened, essentially removed, and without getting too much into it, I think that tattoo removal is a perfectly normal thing. I don't feel any shame about it, and people are like, oh my god, you're getting a tattoo removed, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna be crazy, and I just think that it's just not the next level, it's just a part of the culture, it's a part of having tattoos. I mean, some of the reasons I'm getting mine lasered, lightened, whatever you call it, is because, I really jumped into getting tattooed. I started getting tattooed when I was 16, and that probably wasn't a really great decision. I don't think there are a lot of things that my 16-year-old self could convince me to do right now, so, and I think that sometimes I was getting tattooed and I felt really pressured into it. As a recently turning 25-year-old woman, I have a lot more control over my independence, and I feel like I have a lot more security in who I am. And 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, following the crowd and doing what I thought was cool was something that I did, and yeah, that sucks, and it's being a sheep or whatever, but there were tattoos that I got that to this day I am not comfortable with having. And sometimes, you go to a tattoo artist and, they put the stencil on you and you don't like it, but you want them to like you, and you want to be cool, and you want to fit in, and you want to fit in the shop, and everyone's looking over your shoulder, and everyone's walking by, and you don't want to be like, I don't like that. In my heart, I don't like it. And there are times I didn't stand up for myself, and there are times that I didn't say, I hate it. And sometimes you walk into a shop, and your tattoo is already drawn up, and there's just not much you can do, and now that I have tattoos, I know what to look for, and I know what I don't like, and I know what's wrong, and I know what feels wrong, and sometimes you go to these big shops, and you see these big names, the people you've seen on Instagram, the people you've liked and stuff, and, you feel a lot of pressure to say yes. And it took me a couple years to be like, I hate that tattoo, don't put it on me. But even then, you pay these big deposits, you travel all these hours, you get there and you want to be like, fine, let's do it. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I was like, walk away, or only go to artists you're comfortable with, and don't go to these Hollywood tattooers that only care about an Instagram photo at the end of the day, or only care about their shop getting on Ink Master or whatever. And it's happened to me. And, it took 10 years of being tattooed to get to a point where I feel comfortable not negotiating, but I know what I want, and I know what to look for, and I know where I want it, and I know how I want it to fit. So yeah, and it's not that I don't love my tattoos, I just I'm at a point where I know exactly what to look for, and I know what I want my body to look like down the line. And the tattoos, so far I've only made an appointment for one tattoo to be removed anyway. So let's not all freak out. But I do have this rose, and I've talked to the camera about it before, and you can see that the text goes through it. And the text is a tattoo that I was pressured into getting. I got it to make somebody happy, but it never made me happy. So it would be great to have it gone or lightened or covered, and that would just make me happier. And I don't know what shoulder it's on. And I have to get this tattoo lightened up too, so I can get my back done. And getting my back done is a really big milestone. I can't say that I was ready 5 years ago, and now I am, maybe. So I think that tattoo removal is a normal thing. If you're a tattoo collector, if you're a tattooed person, if you have one tattoo and like it's not exactly what you wanted, I'm so glad that it's an option, and I'm so glad that it becomes more available. And there might be people out there who felt pressured into getting a tattoo that they didn't want, or they got a tattoo at a time period that reflected something that isn't their present. I mean, I started getting tattooed. I've been tattooed at all different points in my life, and I grow out of some of those things, and it's just time to move on. And now, like I said, I can walk in and be like, ooh, tweak that, oh, shrink that, oh, put that there. I'm not sure, or, or I love it. But I wasn't always like that. I wasn't always as confident. And now I can go to a shop and like be tatted. But when you start getting tattoos and you only have like 3, sometimes people will talk you into things that you don't really want down the line. But that's why I'm getting my tattoo, some 2, 3 tattoos lightened, removed, whatever. And I'd love to keep everybody updated with the process. And I think it's just part of being a tattooed person.